AfroComicCon International Film Festival returns to Oakland, bringing an impact on the arts community. Festival programmer Theo Hollingsworth is here to tell us more about the event. Theo, thanks for joining us here on Live in the Bay.
Thank you for having me. Super excited to be here.
Let's talk about the festival. First and foremost, what is it? What can people expect?
Yeah, so AfroComicCon's International Film Festival is a film festival that showcases films by people of color, specifically in the genres of animation, sci-fi, horror, social justice. Yeah, and it's going to be an awesome opportunity to really just kind of see some really cool, innovative films.
And it's returning to Oakland, so
Yes.
it's over here in the Bay Area, so people are going to be able to attend the festival. Now, when they come to the festival, what are some of the events that they can expect?
Yeah, so there's actually two events this year, right? There's a youth event, and then there's a award ceremony. So the youth event, that's going to be at the New Parkway in downtown Oakland. That's on Sunday, October 23rd from 12:30 to 2:30. It's going to be an awesome opportunity to showcase some some youth films. Also, they're going to have some guest speakers from the world of animation. And then the award ceremony, that's going to be on Wednesday, October 26th, also at the New Parkway. That's from 6 to 9 in the evening, and that's going to be where people will be able to see some of the finalists that were selected from this year's film festival, or from this year's films, and then also we will be announcing kind of the best in show for like the categories of animation, horror, sci-fi, social justice, and a bunch of other categories.
So exciting. So it sounds like there's a lot going on at the festival.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Well, how does the festival also help positively contribute to the art community?
Yeah, I mean, so the festival, you know, I guess it's kind of a niche, right? So it's really focused on like science fiction and horror but really from the lens of like Black and brown folks here. So it's really just a great way. I mean, for me and for most of the audience that loves to come to these types of festivals, we're huge science fiction and horror fans, but we don't necessarily get to see ourselves on camera, right? Or necessarily get to see films where we're behind camera. So it's a great opportunity to kind of highlight some of these cool content creators and yeah, you know.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Theo. Let's talk about representation, why that's so important, especially in the film industry.
Yeah. I mean, representation in the film industry is important for a number of reasons, right? Like, I'm a new father, right? And
congrats!
Thank you. I have a 4-month at home, and so
Prayers
I'm excited for him to be able to like grow up in a world where he is able to see himself reflected on screen, right? That was something that I didn't necessarily growing up get to see on screen, right? One of my favorite movies of all time is Back to the Future, right? So it's like, man, what if there was a Black Marty McFly, you know? So it's cool to be able to have more representation so that, you know, youth can see themselves on camera. And then also being behind camera as a person of color really helps you to influence the types of stories that are told and the cultural like impact that those films have, right? And like just really the decisions that are made, right? If you have Black and brown characters on screen but nobody behind screen is Black or brown, maybe they're not going to be as privy to some of the choices that they would be making, right? So like hair texture, right? Like that's an important thing in the Black community. You want to make sure you get that right on screen. So if you have people behind the camera that are able to talk from their own experiences about things like that, you're going to get it more accurate, you're going to have more fans, you're going to have more representation and, you know, hopefully just bigger audiences, which at the end of the day is still business. So let's get as many people on camera, I mean, in the seats as possible to really like, you know, support these films. And
what does it mean to you personally, Theo, to be a part of this event?
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to be a part of this event. I've been working with AfroComicCon for a number of years now. I am a filmmaker myself. So in 2019, I just found out about this event and I was like writing a science fiction short and I came to it and I was like, yo, like I found my tribe finally, right? And then in 2020, when the shutdown happened, they still had the film festival virtually and my film got selected. It was a finalist for it. It was like a huge honor. And then after that, I was like, I just love this program. I love what they represent. So I've continued to volunteer. I've helped to support programming. Now I'm a judge for this year's film festival, also judged last year's film festival. And I just have a bunch of awesome Black and brown nerd homies to call on and to just hang out with, you know? So it's been really great.
And what are some of the cool projects that you've helped judge?
Some of the cool projects that I've helped judge, I mean, last year there was an awesome short animation called Shifu. It was about this like this rat who was doing like kung fu. There's been some amazing kind of like horror comedies that have come out of the film festival. There's been awesome like kind of futuristic martial arts, so much martial arts inside of it, and like from a Black lens, it's just really cool to see them invoking things like capoeira and just other kind of like Afro martial arts styles. So yeah, I mean, there's some really dope stuff that's going to be, you know, shown at this year's film fest, the award ceremony on the 26th. So I don't want to like, you know,
give too much away.
I don't want to like
just a preview.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited. There's like 70% of the entrants into the film festival this year are like Bay Area locals. So it's just cool to not only, you know, get to see like it's an international film festival, but it's also gonna be awesome to see like our local people really be brought up and featured on screen.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you so much, Theo, for joining us here on Live in the Bay. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Olivia. It was great.
Of course. To learn more about the AfroComicCon Festival, we'll have a link on our website at liveinthebay.tv.